the barber of Seville. Say, what's he trying to do? I don't know.
They were the faces of childhood mischief, laughter, and innocence. The world knew them as our gang, but to millions they were the Little Rascals.
Well, we don't want to rush you. Maybe you'll want some after our first big number. Start the show.
This week we said goodbye to Betsy Gay, the last surviving member of the cast. And with her passing, an entire era of Hollywood's golden age fades into history. From early fame to quiet tragedy.
And for so many decades, Robert Blake, a little guy with a big, tough attitude, was about as well known as most other stars. Blake died today. He was 89.
The lives of these young stars took turns no one could have predicted. This is the haunting story behind the Our Gang legacy, and how each Little Rascal died. Picture this, 1936 Hal Roach Studios, a golden-haired girl with glasses and tap shoes.
Where's the king of Quilters? We want out belt. Yeah!
6-year-old Betsy Gay joins our gang as a cheerful ballet dancer in The Pinch Singer and Arbor Day. But it was Our Gang follies of 1938 that made her unforgettable. As Effie, Alfalfa's shy, swooning girlfriend, she charmed audiences with her soft smiles and sweet presence. By 13, Betsy had over 40 films under her belt, including Tom Sawyer and Mystery Plane. Yet her journey didn't end in Hollywood. Raised by music teacher parents, she embraced singing and yodeling, winning back-to-back California yodeling championships in the 40s. Later, she performed with Johnny Cash and became a TV favorite. In 2014, she joined the final Little Rascals reunion. She lived to 96 and left behind more than memories. She left a melody. Rest in harmony, Betsy Gay. What if your favorite childhood voice vanished overnight? Billy Laughlin, better known as Froggy, was only 8 when he joined our gang in 1940. With thick glasses and that unforgettable raspy croak, he didn't just play a character, he was the punchline.
I don't have no money, and besides it's too hot in here.
Billy created the voice himself, a deep-throated quirk that made him instantly iconic.
Dang, she loves me. Oh.
He lit up shorts like Robot Rex and Fighting Fools until the series ended in 1944. But just 4 years later, at age 16, Billy's light was gone. It happened in La Puente, California. He was riding on the back of a motor scooter, newspapers in tow, when a truck struck them at high speed. His friend survived. Billy didn't. No movie endings, no second chances. He gave us laughs in black and white. And then, silence. Rest in peace, Froggy. Your voice still echoes. Step into the 1930s, where one little girl with a bob and a smile stole every scene. Darla Jean Hood was the heart of the Little Rascals, sweet, funny, and unforgettable. From age 4, she charmed us in classics like The Pinch Singer and Hearts Are Thumps. After the show, she kept shining, on stage, in jingles, and on the Jack Benny program.
Here's Miss Darla Hood. Doesn't she look the same? The only difference now, she's married and she's got 3 kids. Look what's got 3 kids.
I never had to worry about finances. Fortunately, when I was working at the studio, there was the nicest little old lady, and she helped me and gave me some very good advice.
Who was she?
Shirley Temple.
Oh, yeah, little old Shirley Temple.
In 1979, a routine hospital visit turned tragic. She died from acute hepatitis at just 47. But Darla, she never left the screen or our hearts.
And if you ever miss, then you sing and shout, holy, 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 hey, hey, hey. That's what love is all about.
I gotta stay home and grease Weezer.
How does a child adored by millions vanish before adulthood? Robert Hutchins, Weezer to fans, joined our gang in 1927 at just 5 years old. With his round cheeks and natural comic timing,
Then what the eggs say?
he charmed audiences through the silent era and into talkies, appearing in over 50 shorts. But by 1933, Weezer was gone from the screen. He stepped away from acting and lived a quiet life out of the spotlight. Years later, seeking a new path, Hutchins joined the U.S. Army Air Corps. On May 17, 1945, during a routine training flight, Robert's plane crashed. A star in childhood, a soldier in the end. Rest in peace.
What'd they say?
How does a derby hat and a clever grin outlive the man beneath them? To millions, he's still Stymie, that mischievous kid in the Little Rascals who could outtalk any adult and charm his way through every scrape.
I ain't crowding nobody. I'm just slipping around here in this here grease.
But what happened after the laughs faded? Matthew Beard wore that iconic bowler hat like armor. A gift from Stan Laurel, it crowned a child star whose wit sparkled on screen from the age of 5. But after he left our gang in 1935, the spotlight turned cold. Addiction crept in. For years, Beard disappeared into the shadows of Los Angeles. Then, a turning point, he checked into Synanon in the 60s and began to fight back. He returned quietly to acting. Small roles on Good Times, Sanford and Son, The Jeffersons. A second act no one expected.
Hi, Fred. I thought you said that's what it would cost in the store.
But in 1981, a stroke and pneumonia brought the curtain down for good. He was 56. Stymie's derby still sits in memory. The boy who could talk his way out of anything, except time. Norman Chaney, better known as Chubby, joined our gang after winning a nationwide talent search in 1929. At just 10 years old, he replaced Joe Cobb and brought a new kind of charm to the series' early talkies. With his round cheeks and innocent one-liners, Chubby quickly became a fan favorite, especially in Love Business, where he and Jackie Cooper hilariously vied for Miss Crabtree's heart.
Don't call me Norman. Call me Chubsy Ubsy.
But Chubby's story didn't have a Hollywood ending. As he grew older, Norman battled a glandular condition that caused dramatic changes in his weight. He left acting and underwent surgery in hopes of recovery. It didn't work. On May 29, 1936, Norman Chaney died at just 21. For decades, he rested in an unmarked grave in Baltimore. But in 2012, devoted fans raised funds to give him and his mother proper headstones. Gone too soon, but never forgotten. Rest easy, Chubby. Carl Switzer Alfalfa was the off-key crooner with the upright cowlick that every kid in America knew. From 1935 to 1940, his sour singing and scrawny bravado lit up our gang, making him one of the series' most iconic faces. But fame didn't last. As he grew older, Hollywood didn't know what to do with him. Switzer took odd jobs, training hunting dogs, guiding expeditions, trying to make ends meet. It was that world that led to his end. On January 21st, 1959, Switzer showed up at a man's house over a dispute about a $50 reward for a lost dog. A fight broke out. Switzer was shot and killed. He was just 31. Alfalfa may have left the screen early, but his legacy? Forever etched in pop culture.
Pineapple, not bad.
How do you go from child star to tragic mystery? Before 40. Scotty Beckett had it all at the start. Those chubby cheeks, the slicked back hair, and that sparkle in his eye. In the Little Rascals, he played the clever partner to Spanky's chaos.
Maybe we ain't us. Maybe we ain't us.
Never the loudest in the room, but always the sharpest, Hollywood saw potential. He went on to shine in The Jolson Story and headlined Rocky Jones, Space Ranger in the 50s. But behind the scenes, things unraveled. Fast. Beckett struggled with addiction, arrests, and a reputation that pushed him out of the industry he once owned. In 1968, he checked into a Hollywood nursing home after a violent assault. 2 days later, at just 38, he was dead. Barbiturates and a note were found nearby, but the official cause? Still unclear. He made us laugh as a boy, but died as a cautionary whisper. Rest well, Scotty. Picture this. The 1930s, a tiny boy with wild hair and wide eyes steals every scene. That was William Buckwheat Thomas, a staple of our gang from 1934 to 1944. His lisp, his timing, his charm, pure magic. But when the cameras stopped, he walked away, joined the army, built a quiet life behind the scenes. In 1980, at just 49, he died of a heart attack. No spotlight, no farewell tour. But Buckwheat, he's still making us smile. Rest in peace.
Let's welcome the leader of the gang, George Spanky McFarland.
George Spanky McFarland was the bossy, big-hearted ringleader of our gang, starring from 1932 to 1942. With his suspenders, round face, and hilarious delivery, he was unforgettable.
Say, who's this funny-looking monkey?
After Hollywood, life was quieter. He worked regular jobs and hosted a local kids show in the 50s. Spanky died of a heart attack in 1993 at 64. But on screen, he's still running the clubhouse. Forever 5, forever Spanky.
You know how it is, there are rumors every now and then that Spanky's no longer with us, and you look perfectly healthy.
I was in doubt this morning, but everything turned out all right.
They made us laugh, they made us cry, and for a moment in time, they made the world feel a little more magical. But behind the fame was a trail of heartbreak, mystery, and lives lost far too soon. As we say goodbye to Betsy Gay, the last of the gang, we also close a bittersweet chapter in Hollywood history. Which of these stories hit you the hardest? Let us know in the comments. We read everyone. If you're drawn to stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore our channel for more tragic tales from TV's golden past. Thank you for watching.